Okay, now that the QuickStand is assembled and is in its upright position, we can take off the safety box. This box is there so that the product does not go up and harm anybody before it's being built, while it's being built. Once the box is removed, you can see that this wants to go up. So it kind of will go up on its own if you let it. You can push it down very lightly to keep it in bottom position. What you're going to want to do next is pull off the top part just from the back and pull forward, and it should pop right off. You then just hold on to both sides and the left side, just push up, and the left side will just come right off. Once that has been removed, you can also remove the front plate. This you can use with an Allen key, or if you can stick your finger in there, you can pull it off just so you have the front part open. Once this is open, with a screwdriver or a drill with a Phillips head number 2, you can take off the 2 Phillips screws and this wire plate that keeps the wires in place. Okay, so once the plate with the 2 Phillips screws has been removed, your next step is to remove the wire harness. This just slides off of the back, and then you just can pull the round piece right off. Okay, your next step is going to be installing the QuickStand cables. You want to keep in mind that the power end that goes into your monitor is going to come out the front, and that the back end that your power wire is going to go into is going out the back end. Also keep in mind the USBs, the female end is going to be coming out the front, and the male end will be going out the back. Okay, when installing the QuickStand cables, if you have a DVI configuration, you want to put your DVI cable in first. Here we have a display port, so we're going to start with that first. We're going to put our display port, and then our power cord. We're going to pull them all the way through. And then we're going to throw our USB cables in there as well. And we're going to pull those through. When installing the QuickStand cables into the position, you're going to use the QuickStand wire plate to make sure that they stay in the right spot. You have 1, 2, and 3 positions. The middle one being for the 2 USBs, the top and the bottom one for the power and your DVI or DisplayPort cable. If you have a DVI cable and the prongs are bent, you can use pliers to bend them back into position. Now we're going to install the QuickStand wire harness back onto the QuickStand. So we're going to pull the wires up, and you can see the green tape is at the top of where the harness is. That's where that should always be. We're going to put the harness back on, make sure that the wires are inside the harness and flush, not being caught on anything. I'm going to slide the safety pin right back onto the harness, right onto the tracks. Okay, so now we're going to install the wire into the wire clips. Sometimes the wire may be tangled, and you just kind of have to mess with it to get it back into place. So once we have it back into place, we're going to install it. Between these 2 screws, you want to have your first bend, and that'll be the top of the wire. And that should be able to clip right into those. So see, right between these 2 screws holes is where you will see the bend. Then you just pull it into your second clip and your third clip, and just run the wires underneath the back base, and now your wires have been set up inside your QuickStand. Okay, now that the wires are installed, we're going to put the side cover on. That's just going to slide into the tracks of the cover, and make sure the wire doesn't get caught when you put the cover on. It just slides right into place as so. When installing the wires inside of your QuickStand box, you You want to snake the power and your DisplayPort or DVI up into the top portion of the QuickStand. You want to leave the USBs inside of there so that they can attach to your keyboard or your mouse. Then we're just going to put the front plate back on. The two prongs in the top are going to go next to the other two prongs coming down. You're just going to slide that plate on, push it in, push it down flush, and now the plate has been attached. You have the space here is for the wires that are coming out attached to those USBs for your keyboard or your mouse, and you have the space up here for your power and your DisplayPort or DVI mounts to come out.